Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a brand new F1 2020 video. Unfortunately, I was not allowed to upload any 2021 gameplay. I only have the beta as well, so that was a bit of a shame. But now we're back with another 1v1 race. This time we're racing Dani Moreno and Bono Heus, my teammates. So as you can see, first race around Paul Ricard. Dani gets a slightly better start, so he also started in P1, so he's P1 heading into turn 1. I was having a little look. As you can see, he got a warning there and then a second one there.
We've done 2 corners.
So yeah, Dani got 2 warnings in 2 corners. So not an ideal start for Dani, but anyways, we're basically doing 4 races. First one around Paul Ricard, second one around Abu Dhabi, third one around Monza, and the fourth one around Spa. I'm doing 2 races against Dani and 2 races against Bono. So now I'm attacking my teammate Dani Moreno into the next chicane. Around the outside we go. As you can hear me say there. Around the outside and up to P1 we go. Obviously a 1v1 race is really different as a normal race where you're driving against 19 other people. As now you really have to focus on just that one person. So it's a little bit harder, but or maybe not harder, but it's just so different. So now Dani's still really close behind us. We have to try and keep as much ERS as possible for that final lap, because
penalty.
Because basically the last lap DRS is going to be very powerful. So I shot Dani run wide. Luckily he didn't get another warning, otherwise it would have been a penalty. And then it will be a pretty easy win for us, unless we get a penalty as well, of course. So
one of your best tracks.
Yeah, I know.
As you can hear Dani say, this is one of my best tracks. So yeah.
Put it in F1 Esports.
So yeah, I'm happy we're doing this 1v1 around here. As we move on 1 lap later, exactly, Dani's still 2.5 tenths behind us, and he's gonna get DRS for the first time now, as we head through this long right-hander. A bit of oversteer for Dani.
Pressure.
But now he's gonna get DRS, so he's most likely gonna get me into the next chicane. But I don't want to fight it too hard, I just want to save up my ERS. So now back to P2 we go with 2 laps to go. Or 2.5 laps to go, more or less. So now I'm gonna recharge my battery to 100% so we can fight in the last lap. Or maybe next lap already, depending how we feel. You can see even just the slipstream is really powerful, as we gained quite a bit there. So because those 2 long straights are in a row, it's really easy to get past someone. And now we move on to the second last lap of the first race. You can see 3 tenths behind Dani now. We go again through this long right-hander, which is quite hard because of the dirty air, of course. But again, we're gonna get DRS, and Dani doesn't this time around. So I put on my overtake button, I turned it off as soon as I had DRS. And now I'm gonna turn it on again, because we're getting closer, and Dani was slowing down quite a lot for my feeling. So I went up the inside and then around the outside for this one, which turns to the inside again. And now I'm straight away going defensive, use some of my battery again. And we still have quite a lot left, 56% left. Probably as we go into the final lap, as this sector is quite slow. So we're gonna recharge quite a bit in this sector. Also you could see engine temps were a bit up, but we're cooling it as much as we can. So we have maximum power output on the final lap. So yeah, put it up to rich briefly to have a little bit more power output, but then straight back to lean to cool it before we go on to the main straight now. 62% battery is what we have, and basically you can use around 50% in 1 lap before you run out of the maximum allowed in that lap. Fast lap of the race, you can see Dani is super close to us, 2 tenths, and he's gonna get DRS on the long back straight, so this is not gonna be easy for us, as he's only 2.5 tenths behind. This sector is a little bit, or this section is a little bit slow, so he's gonna struggle a little bit more with dirty air, but still he's gonna get that massive advantage of DRS. We're absolutely gonna bolt it on this exit, and Dani had a little slide there, which didn't help him, I think so. And now I'm gonna keep using my overtake for this wall straight. I'm weaving to the left and to the right to break the slipstream. and heading into the chicane we're just ahead. So we've done just enough to stay ahead. As Danny makes a small mistake, as you can hear him say no there. But now on goes the overtake button again. Rich fuel mixture. We should be fine heading into the next right-hander, which is a very long one. So I need to be careful he doesn't sneak up my inside through here, which he doesn't. So we're still ahead. You can see he's 3/10 behind, so just too far away to make a move in this final sector. As I just use everything I have now in this final section. You might be able to send it up here, as this is really a corner where you can send it, but you can see I on purpose went a little bit wide on that left-hander, so we could defend the inside there. Coming across the line, it's P1 in the first 1v1 race.
GG.
Next race is going to be against Bono around Abu Dhabi. Bono hasn't driven on this game for quite a while, so it's going to be tough for him. He hasn't really played seriously since F1 Esports. So Bono is going to be a bit rusty, but a good way to warm up before the new game comes out, of course. Abu Dhabi it is. We're starting P2, 5 red lights, and away we go. Initially, pretty much the same start as Bono. Second phase was quite similar as well. I just used slightly more ERS going into turn 1, I think so. And that gives us track position, but obviously slightly less energy to use the rest of the race. Luckily there's some quite heavy braking zones around here, so you do recharge pretty fast. As we head into this pretty difficult section, it's hard to get the curbs right. And then a very tight hairpin, and where you can really bolt it on the exit, use the overtake to your advantage. Using overtake out of the exit really gains you a lot. You can see Bono keeps gaining on this straight.
Oh, the straight line speed.
And that's what I said with the start. He used a little bit less energy, so he had a little bit more to use on that straight. And now into the next right, and around the outside we got the undercut of Dreams there. Or the switchback, I should say. So up to P1 again. Bono 1.5 tenths behind. He might go for another move, but he decides to stay behind. We did use quite a lot of ERS there, but Bono did the same. So ERS wise I think we're pretty fine. And this final sector is where you can gain a lot of time if you're comfortable, because it's all slow speed, so there's a lot of time to gain. So down to third gear, and as you can see on the delta in the top left, he keeps losing time to rear as we're really comfortable. We recorded this just after PSGL Abu Dhabi, I think so. So yeah, ideal timing for me to do Abu Dhabi. And now coming across the line, we're already 1.2 seconds ahead. So we're a lot more comfortable around Abu Dhabi. I did cave Bono my setup, but well, as I said before, he didn't really drive between F1 Esports and now, or not a lot at least. So he's really rusty and needs to get up to pace. You can see as we're towards the end of the second race, we're 5 seconds ahead. We both have penalty, but we're gonna win the second race. So it's 2 out of 2 for us now. And yeah, Abu Dhabi is probably not the easiest track to do, or to do a comeback on as well.
I've ever watched.
Yeah.
I was screaming with joy.
With joy.
With joy.
Get ready.
So now moving on to the third race around Monza, again against Danny. 5 red lights, and away we go. Initially a lot better start for Danny. Second phase was pretty equal, but he has the track position because he's starting P1 of course. So using a little bit of overtake heading into turn 1, but I'm not gonna make a move. I feel like not really any point to do so yet. Now we have 100% ERS available, so I'm gonna turn on the overtake button, and now I'm just behind Danny in a slipstream. So I'm probably gonna get back to 100 again before Lesmo 1 and 2. Not sure though, but yeah, plus 1 lap of fuel to burn in 5 laps is a lot, so it would be nice if you could get ahead and then burn off that fuel, but at the same time you want to stay in the DRS to recharge your ERS as much as possible. So yeah, you can try both strategies of course in a 1v1. It always depends on the track what is the best. I feel around Monza it's probably better to stay behind. But at the same time, if you have equal ERS to the guy ahead, it's never going to be easy to pass. So You have to push the car ahead quite a lot, as Danny is weaving.
Very good for your speed.
Probably try to break the slipstream a little bit, but it does cost you some time as you just rub off speed. So I'm gonna turn on the overtake and see if I can make a move into turn 1. You can see slipstream quite effective, of course, around Monza. We go around the outside into turn 1. Let's see if we can brake a little bit later, which we managed to do. So you can see we go around the outside, we tap a little bit in turn 2, but pretty equal on the exit. And now I'm gonna turn on the overtake, and I think Danny didn't. So up to P1 we go after the first lap. Danny has a little look into the second chicane, but we are ahead. And now Danny got a instant penalty. 2 second so basically he didn't get any warning and just instantly a 2 second penalty, which happens sometimes in 5 lappers, which is a little bit annoying. Now moving on to half a lap later, which is the fast lap of the race. Danny is gonna have a little look into turn 1 maybe. Looks like we are clear heading into the braking zone. Danny's having a little look, but can't really send it into turn 1 there. And now we still have 86% of our battery remaining, so more than enough. And on to the next lap now. This is the lap where Danny is going to get DRS. So now it's going to be a lot more tough to defend into turn 1. Danny sets the fast lap of the race as well. But of course has the 2 second penalty. I go defensive into turn 1. But Danny with the overspeed side by side actually into turn 1. Danny tries the switchback, but we had the track position, so still we managed to stay in P1 without using too much ERS. Danny has a little look on our inside, but I used the overtake button at the exact right moment. So again we stay in P1.
Oh, I got another. Oh my.
As Danny gets another instant 2 second time penalty. So not ideal for him, of course. As now he has 4 second time penalty. Not sure if we will remove them or whatever we're gonna do. But of course I want to win on track as well, not just by penalties. As Danny has the DRS again on this middle straight towards Ascari. So now he's 2.5 tenths behind us again, after getting the dirty air in Lesmo 1 and 2. So yeah, Danny looking to win on track here as we go into the final lap. I do have 50% ERS, but Danny is going to get a massive DRS advantage into turn 1, of course. I did put on my overtake button extremely early, so we can defend into turn 1. And we do set the fast lap of the race. I keep my ERS on into turn 1, but Danny has the slipstream and the DRS into turn 1. I go back to my racing line. Danny goes down the inside.
No.
But Danny had a half spin. So we stay in P1. I think Danny does have a lot more ERS than us, so gonna be interesting to see if he can pull back. You can see heading into the second chicane, he's gaining a lot, which means he's using his overtake button, of course. We do manage to go 2 tenths green in the first sector. So it's gonna be interesting. Maybe Danny can do something into Ascari if he has a lot more ERS, but you can see we still have 30% battery as well. So definitely not gonna be easy for Danny to do anything here. You can see he's gaining with the help of DRS, but it's not going to be enough heading into Ascari at least. Unless I make a mistake here in Ascari, he can have a go at me in the final corner. I messed up the sentence completely. Anyway, if I made a mistake in Ascari, he could have had a chance in the final corner, but I didn't. So we're going to stay in P1, and it's going to be 3 out of 3 race wins for us. Let's see if we can get the fast lap of the race as well. I'm using all my battery available, and it is the fast lap of the race.
GG's.
How much did you lose, Danny?
5 seconds?
Yeah, because
bad.
I got 2 penalties, like 2 insta penalties in turn. What turn is it? Turn 4?
So now we move on to the final race against Bono. We're looking to make it 4 out of 4, of course. Bono is quite strong usually around Spa, but as I said before, he is quite rusty, so it's definitely not going to be easy. into turn 1. I try to go around the outside, and then we're gonna have a better exit into Arouge and Radeon. I'm not using any ERS, as you can see, because basically what I want is to get Bono stuck behind me as we go up the hill here, so he cannot get a run on me on Camel Straight. You can see he does use overtake now, but I'm gonna do that halfway down the straight, so I can have maybe track position into Le Comp as we go side by side. I brake slightly later. I have the inside for this one, but then Bono's gonna have the inside for the next one, so trying to keep it around the outside. I used my overtake button. I did not manage to get past. Now again around the outside of Bono, and then the next one is the inside for me. So now we finally get P1, and Bono is still 1.4 tenths behind us. So not gonna be easy to pull away around here. Of course, it's a lot of straight line, and once someone is in your DRS, it's gonna be very hard to get them out. So I really have to push hard if I want to get out of Bono's DRS. As we head into the final sector of the first lap now, almost at an invalidation there, as you can see. And then here,
At a double shift.
at a little double shift, which messed up my run massively towards Blanchimont. So yeah, cheeky sun back there.
What is this ridiculous straight line speed?
So Bono probably using a lot of battery to have a go at me here. He has the inside for this left-hander, but because I go around the outside, I have a better run onto this straight. So into turn 1 for lap 2, we're still ahead with Bono only 3 tenths behind us, and of course he's gonna get massive slipstream down here. But because he had quite a poor exit, I don't think he managed to really take an advantage from that. You can see he's gaining again a lot through here, maybe using again more overtake than us. But I really want to save my battery for the last few laps. You can see Bono closing in really fast, but not enough. And into the second sector we go. We're still leading by 2 to 3 tenths. So purple sector 1 as I get my first warning. Luckily not an instant penalty like Danny had around Monza. But yeah, now I need to keep on pushing to try and get out of that DRS from Bono. He's now 8 tenths behind. So I'm gonna have to use some of my ERS this lap if I want to pull out of that 1 second window. Bono of course has used a lot of his ERS already, so we have a slight advantage which we can use this lap, but I need to use it this lap or at the very beginning of next lap, because otherwise he's gonna get DRS. Of course DRS will be enabled at the start of lap 3. So you can see using my ERS now on this straight, but Bono is doing the exact same thing. I turn it down halfway down the straight, and you can see Bono keeps using it through Blanchimont into the bus stop chicane. But now bus stop chicane is where I'm quite strong compared to Bono. So you can see I get very good rotation through there. Almost lost the backhand, but I just got it right. And now I'm going to use my overtake again. Fast lap of the race, and I'm just not ahead, or not enough ahead to be out of DRS. But through turn 1 we go. I was really on the limit there on the exit, you can see. And now I'm exactly out of the DRS window as we get through the DRS detection zone. So timed that perfectly, and now it's going to be a little bit easier. You can see Bono using a lot of ERS again to get back into my DRS window.
Speed hacks.
As you can hear me say there, straight line speed hacks. But of course Bono was just using a lot more ERS. So we can do the same later in this lap. You can see heading through Le Comp, we are again 1.1 seconds. So Bono has not a lot of ERS left, and we are out of the DRS window. So I'm gonna keep pushing to extend the gap a little bit and see if I can improve my fastest lap for absolute no reason, but just for fun. 1.5 seconds as we head through Puon, but now absolutely nothing happened in between, so I skipped to the last lap, last sector. I was pushing to get the fast lap of the race. We're now 2.5 seconds ahead, heading into the bus stop chicane. So yeah, we're gonna make it 4 out of 4 against our teammates. It's gonna be 142.131 as a fastest lap.
Lovely.
GG's.
Yeah, so 1v1 is pretty fun to do, of course. Unfortunately, Bono was a bit rusty and didn't play the game. for quite a while, so probably have to do it again on F1 2021, which will be fun.
So rusty, man.
So as you can hear, bonus later
2 and 1 and bus stop
is pretty rusty, but yeah, was fun anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe if you guys want to see more, and see you guys next time. Ciao.